Welcome, Craig. Today I'm reacting how DrDisRespect lost his entire audience in 3 days. And this is from actually the man himself, internet anarchist. He's always well informed, so I'm actually quite happy and interested in what he's saying about DrDisRespect and this disaster the man is actually in. By the way, fully self-inserted. Yeah, I'm just gonna like it already. That's not even a freaking thing. Yeah, because it's actually quite interesting how the F somebody can actually implode their entire career in freaking seconds. And I mean, let's be honest, at the end of the day, DrDisRespect won't freaking fall down anything. He will stay on top at least well, certainly for some time. And in the end of the day, this will, over the long run, this probably will or already has very negative things that happened, but a negative influence. But in the end of the day, I hope he of course gets freaking the full hammer of non-mercy upon him, but let's just see. But as it is, we will look at freaking internet anarchist, what he actually has to say about it, and let's just start after. If you like my content, leave a like, leave a comment, press the notification button, and show me and the internet anarchist some love. So, let's start.
Of one of the largest downfalls in creator history, going from being one of the most respected and popular streamers on the internet to being hated by everyone after admitting some awfully disturbing actions.
He was talking inappropriately with a minor, where I truly believe this scumbag needs to be banned off of the platforms that he's on.
I don't know who's really going to support him at this point. Like, what kind of person is going to watch DrDisRespect? If you watch him at this point, you just have to be coping, basically.
Hi, I'm the internet anarchist.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, for those who don't know the thing, as you heard, he basically talked with a minor again. Another one, by the way, that actually talks with minors. I do not effing know how the F this is even possible that you can even think about talking to minors like that. But okay, I mean, for fuck's sake, some people are just creeps and freaks, so, and DrDisRespect is one of them, as it seems. Yeah, I already did some people mad right here, but F you if you still like him, so don't care, let's just start.
I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be diving into the case of DrDisRespect, a once beloved streamer who is now being viewed as an unfaithful predator. But to fully understand the current situation, we first have to go back to where—
Oh yeah, and by the way, he is unfaithful. He totally cheated on his wife and his family, so in my book he doesn't deserve any respect. It's simple. It's simple as that. If you cheat on your loved one, just get the F off. Just get off. You're just disgusting. It's just like the minor thing and the wife thing and the, like, come on, what the F? At one point, mates,
it all started. In June of 2020, DrDisRespect, who was the face of Twitch at the time, was permanently banned from the platform. The suddenness of the high-profile banning, coupled with the silence from both DrDisRespect and Twitch on the matter, would turn the ban into one of the most infamous and mysterious bans in Twitch history and spark several conspiracy theories. This wouldn't be helped by his final moments on stream appearing like he found out something extremely bad was about to happen.
We'll get through this, Champions Club. I know it's a tough. Life's weird right now. We'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
fuck.
You get to try.
This strange behavior would leave viewers to leave comments such as, "Whatever's coming, it ain't gonna be a small matter." That mood he gets into near the end, "I'm scared." As well as, 242, I kind of wanted to get off, and now I don't want to get off. He realized—
Yeah, and by the way, I don't even think that he meant this particular reaction. Or it's not what you think, that he actually thought that this is a bad thing. I think in his brain he already was like, yeah, I can probably abuse that and make a giant mystery out of it, get a few good years out of it, before it actually comes out and fucks me. So, just gonna do it, make it mysterious, make it so that nobody knows, and after a few years it comes out and it's irrelevant, because, well, he will already have freaking millions of dollars. He made it like a bandit, out like a bandit, and just... What will happen effectively? Nothing. Sadly, because I wish he would actually get effed for doing the things he did, especially with the freaking talking to a freaking minor. This should be punished way heavier than it actually is, but okay, good.
Realized it would be his last stream ever, so he said that. Despite these comments, no one could have been prepared for the real reason he was actually banned. In August of 2020, Doc would return to streaming, but this time on YouTube. His first stream on the platform attracted a massive audience, and he seemingly came back stronger than ever, going on to claim that he had no idea why he was even banned in the first place.
Yep.
Why did you get banned? Guess what? I want you to look me in the fucking eyes when I say this. We still have no idea.
Over the following 4 years, his ban would remain a mystery, and he would grow his YouTube channel to over 4.7 million subscribers, and continue to be one of the most popular streamers on the internet. But this would all completely change in 2024. On the 22nd of June, Cody Connors, an ex-Twitch employee, would make a tweet that would mark the beginning of the end for DrDisRespect. The tweet read, "He got banned because he got caught texting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang." The tweet was making big claims with little to no evidence to back them up, and the reaction from the internet would be extremely mixed, with some...
Yeah, and it's, by the way, yes, it is mixed, as freaking internet anarchist says, and no effing wonder it's mixed, because it was just a claim. How many claims of this in this particular form you actually get every day? It's not even something new, to be honest. It's not something that we didn't hear 1,000 times. But in the end of the day, I mean, he actually admitted it, so yeah.
jumping to the conclusion that he's a creep despite the lack of evidence, and others waiting to hear more about the situation or calling Cody an unreliable source of information, with comments reading, "Hey Doc, I heard you like him young. We need sources and more information, like who, as well as source, just trust me bro." While Cody's tweet didn't explicitly mention DrDisRespect, Jake Lucky's repost would result in a response from Doc that would ultimately make the situation so much worse. Jake, seriously, I get it, it's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. The tweet would garner significant criticism for the strange and concerning use of vague and legalese language, leaving readers wondering why Doc said no wrongdoing was acknowledged, instead of just denying the career-ending allegations. Following the significant backlash, Doc would make another response on the situation, adding a bit more
And yes, a tip from me, always hear the language that the people are using that you're talking with. That's actually quite important. And yes, as he just said, why did he use this specific language? Because it was legally binding to him. If he said anything differently, it could have gone very wrong for him, because legally he's probably still bound to the agreement they had with Twitch at this point. Probably, of course, this is just, every single thing I say is just a freaking gigantic, maybe from my part or my thinking, but I mean, at the end of the day, is it, what's more probable? That he couldn't talk legally, or because he didn't wanna? It's just, it's just, nah, come on.
Context, stating, "Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the f***ing internet. I didn't do anything wrong, and all of this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday." While this tweet was better than the first, it still had strange language, like no wrongdoing was found, and that he was, quote, paid. Ultimately, the tweet would result in an even more polarizing response from the community, with large figures such as the Axeman coming to his defense, stating, "Degenerate troglodyte losers are trying to slander him with serious accusations that could destroy his entire career, while providing literally zero proof. In other words, some pussies have a vendetta/grudge against him and want to damage his reputation as much as possible, and others critiquing his use of vague language against such serious allegations. Bro, why won't you say, I was not talking to a minor trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon like what was alleged, but things were about to get much, much worse." On the 24th of June, while Stock was streaming Elden Ring,
And by the way, I am not faulting freaking Eggman here, because at the end of the day, nobody had, at this point, nobody had actual proof of wrongdoing. And it's, as I repeat, it's not, you're still innocent until proven guilty. Let's just keep this system, because it's a good system for the most part. Most of the times it functions. Sometimes, of course, it doesn't, but most of the time it's fine. And until you're proven guilty, you're innocent. It's that simple. And as I said, it's really, 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 really not that freaking seldom. It happens a lot of times that just popular people get accused of something, even though they didn't do it, just so people can get some cash out of them, or some fame, or different things. This happens a lot of the times. So yes, I understand it at this point, but before we had any proof. And right now, well, we know he's actually he's not innocent. He is fully guilty. So don't defend him,
a
please.
game company he co-founded would make a tweet that would change everything. Reading, on Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka DrDisRespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we've employed, along with our community of players. The tweet went live while stock was streaming, and viewers claim this is the exact moment he saw the post.
You know how I run things here.
Towards the end of the stream, Doc seemingly came to terms with reality and what was awaiting him in the near future.
I think when I say step away, I think either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do.
The following day, on the 26th of June 2024, DrDisRespect would post a tweet that would not only possibly end his career, but completely confirm the reason he was banned from Twitch, with his response reading, "The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside my control, I wasn't allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that—
Bullshit, by the way, bullshit. He knew this is career suicide. He just knew it. He knew it. Or not even career suicide right now. Like these days it's, well, I mean, look at Vosh and tell me that's career suicide. You can literally freaking wanna F children with a horse genital and still get a career out of it, so it's not that bad these days, but basically, like, come on, really, the day it happened, maybe, yes, these days, meh.
2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it, I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no predator or PDF file. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with those types of...
As every PDF PDF user, let's just call it that, it's the same words every freaking time, isn't it? Why is this? Everybody who knows me knows that I didn't, like, what the F? Come on.
People, F that. That's a different level of disgust that I hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the F out of here with that shit. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore. But just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this. To all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give an F about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not effing going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear, yeah.
And by the way, so he's not even saying sorry to the victim, to his fans. Corporate speak at his finest. And I'm gonna go even one thing above and say, if you betray your family, your kids, your wife, you don't give a shit about them. If you sleep with a different person than you're married to, you're a piece of shit. That's irrelevant. And I don't care what anybody else says about it. Because it's just true. If you freaking just cheat on your family, you're not worth a lot. That's all. And now pretending like you're have a moral high ground after PDFing some child or chatting with a child, F off. F off, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And Internet Anarchist actually doesn't say anything what he thinks about it. It's, well, I mean, that's his shtick, that's his stuff. So I don't accuse him of that. But also, I really hope that he thinks the same way as I do here. Because, come on, dude. Like, come on. Just come on.
Right. Following the response, Doc would continue to edit the tweet, removing the word minor and then adding it back in due to backlash, with the reply stating, he edited out minor, got caught on it, and then edited it back in. Quite the apology when you're still trying to skirt responsibility. As expected, the tweet would go incredibly viral, gaining over 60 million views within just 12 hours, leading users to dig even deeper into his history, with user Chrissy digging up a clip of Doc allegedly admitting to cheating on his wife at the 2017 TwitchCon, which also happens to be the same year he was allegedly messaging the minor to find out what she was doing at the convention.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid, and I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful, and
The response from the YouTube community was brutal to say the least, with creators such as Penguin Zero, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Coffeezilla all making videos on the situation and calling out Doc for his disgusting behavior. During Penguin Zero, aka Charlie's video, he would completely destroy Doc, first addressing how he sneakily edited his tweet multiple times.
Now, the doc actually edited this statement twice. So initially, he posted it with the word minor in it, saying, were there messages with an individual minor? The answer is yes. But then shortly after he published it, he edited the word minor out of it. So he removed that. He redacted it like a fucking CIA document, trying to bury it, just snapping it out of existence. So then it read, were there messages with an individual? The answer is yes. But people were quick to notice the edit, and you can actually check edit history on Twitter, which I didn't know you can do, but you could clearly see that the original no longer matched the current one because he took the word minor out. So when people caught him red-handed, he just edited it one more time to put the word minor back into it.
Charlie would also critique Doc's strange ending of the tweet, stating,
he tries to close this statement with a really hard, cheesy 80s action movie one-liner. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. You're lucky you didn't blow the welds off the intake. I'm not leaving. It's really kind of ridiculous to put that there with accusations like this.
Finally, Charlie would counter the argument that Doc possibly didn't know the age of the minor he was talking to.
Now, what's not clear and what a lot of people are coping with is that maybe DrDisRespect didn't know the age of the person he was communicating with, but I truly feel if that was the case, DrDisRespect would have mentioned that, saying that he had those communications with this person that he believed was of age but turned out to be a minor. I think if that was the reality of that situation, if he truly communicated with someone that he thought was of age but turned out to be a minor, I think he would have mentioned that in this statement, but he didn't. He didn't say that he was under the impression he was communicating with an adult. He just says that he had conversations with an individual minor. He doesn't say anything like, oh, they were actually one day away from being 18, or I really thought they were, you know, in their 20s, or anything like that. And I think if that was what happened, it would have been mentioned here. I really do.
To make matters even...
Yes, and by the way, yes, he's correct about it. This would have been mentioned. Why? Because even then he could at least pretend that he didn't do it at some point. Because, well, error is human, and, I mean, the other person could have lied. This is entirely possible. Wouldn't be the first time, would it? That something like that happens. And as I said, people like to get money out of situations like this. That's just an ice-cold fact of life. So, yeah, but, hey, with this kind of speak, nah, bruh.
Worse, even his previous friends and defenders took a stance against him after he admitted he was having an inappropriate conversation with a minor, with Nick Merck stating,
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, you know, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable, it's unacceptable, right? No excuse for something like that.
And with the Act Man stating,
what's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and this is my final verdict on the DrDisRespect situation. As you might have seen, I've been pretty vocal about this on Twitter, and Doc has finally given us the truth. At long last, we know why he was banned, and it's not good. So first, I want to read this part where he says, it's the most important part of his tweet. Were there Twitch Whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. I've seen enough to catch a predator to know when somebody is using language to soften.
I love Ekman. Ekman is freaking a legend. Love his humor. And yes, as I said, I don't really fault Ekman for actually saying the things he did before he knew the entire the entire truth, because it's understandable. I understand it. But still, I mean, hey, F him now. Let's just say that.
soften the blow, to downplay what actually happened. You know, it's a strategy where you can admit something you did that was terrible, but you can maybe make it seem not as bad as it actually is.
One question looming on everyone's mind is what is going to happen to Dr. Disrespect? Based on his response, he's planning on taking a break and returning as usual. However, only time will tell if he'll make a comeback from such disgusting and character-ruining behavior. Whether he was legally charged or not, that does not change the court of public opinion. And being in your late 30s having inappropriate interactions with a minor is career-ending no matter how good your reputation is. I think Mudaha put it well.
You know, at the end of the day, this is just a gross thing to be doing. And there is no defense for this kind of behavior. And I firmly believe, like, as, you know, even on YouTube, like, this guy shouldn't even be streaming anywhere. Like, what is proven is if you are interacting in a negative fashion with anybody that is a minor, you are not to be trusted on any social media platform whatsoever.
It really seems like this is the beginning of the end for Dr.
Damn, he's correct about it. On point. Mudaha is on point with that. If it's proven, of course. He's correct about that, also about that. But, yeah. I would say yes. Do not give child predators any actual exposure, for fuck's sake. Is that really that bad? I mean, of course, don't jump to conclusions just because somebody says, yeah, he did this and this to me. You need proof. You just need proof. And that's fine. But hey, the proof is there. He had those interactions. He lied about it. And this is what it is. He shouldn't. He shouldn't have any social media presence. But okay, he has.
Disrespect's reputation and career, with new articles coming out from inside sources claiming he did know the age of the victim and was sexting with them, YouTube removing him from their partner program, and his YouTube channel losing over 50,000 subscribers within just days of his response going live. The more information that comes out revolving around the situation, the worse it begins to look for Dr. Disrespect. Over the coming weeks, it's likely that he will lose hundreds of thousands of subscribers and possibly have one of the biggest downfalls in recent creator history, alongside Illuminati, who lost her entire audience. Click the video on screen to find out more. Possibly end his career, but
I love internet anarchist. He's a very, very neutral force in this. He just states basically facts without his opinion to the things. It's it's a bit annoying for me personally sometimes, but at the end of the day, he's doing everything correctly. He's doing everything on point as he should, and I really, really respect him for that. And I also enjoy his content, like really enjoying his content, so that's that. But as it is, acolytes, good night.